Hi, friends. Welcome to another edition of Fish Tales with Pat Roach. That's me, your host, where I tell you a story. It could be about fishing, could be about whatever I want. And today, I am going to tell you a story about doing some vacationing with my parents. So, I am very thankful to both of my parents because we used to always go on little vacations. Now, my parents were both teachers, and teachers in Canada, they have their summers off and they get a March break, a winter break at Christmas time, and every other kind of holiday like Easter and Thanksgiving, things like that. So, but what we used to do is in the summertime we would always go camping, and my father had this little pop-up tent trailer that he would tow behind his nice big Buick. He had a nice Buick LeSabre with a big 8-cylinder engine, and this tent. We'd go and visit my aunt and uncle down. We're on the east coast of Canada, so we drive down to just outside of Boston, an area called Framingham. And my uncle there, my uncle Philip, was a barber, and my auntie Lorraine, she just worked for a company, and so we'd go visit them, and they'd come and visit us in the campsite. So we'd set up this nice little pop-up tent trailer, and then my dad bought another tent, and he would set it up right at the door of the tent trailer. So you would walk out the door of the tent trailer into this other big tent, which was really handy, especially if it was raining, because we'd pull the picnic table inside the tent, and then you'd be dry, and also the bugs wouldn't get you, right? So we'd go down there, and we had, it started off as one of those Coleman stoves that used the fuel. I don't know what the name of the fuel was, but you'd pump up the little tank and then light it to get that going. But then they moved up to a propane burner one, which was really cool, and it had an attachment for a bigger propane tank. So we cook up our meals, and then always have a little campfire. And the campfire where you could roast some marshmallows, and this campsite had a nice pool, and my mom would take me to the pool because I have no brothers, no sisters, so it was just me and my parents. And then I get to make some other friends with some of the other kids that were at the pool. And I remember when I was real little, I was always put in swimming lessons, but back in those days, I had this like little floatable egg, and it had like, it almost looked like a life jacket. It fastened around your tummy, and on the back was the egg flotation device. And then I could go around that whole pool. It didn't even matter if it was the deep end, because it kept me afloat, which was really nice. But I left it there one day, and then it went missing, so I lost that egg. And that was a good thing, because then I had to really learn how to swim better. And once I started to swim in the pool and get the confidence up, then I didn't mind being in the deep end so much, especially without my little floaty egg device. But we had so much fun, and I'm thankful to my parents, because that's getting out in nature, doing some camping, having the campfires. And it went on from that. We actually did a whole cross Canada and cross America camping trip. And I think we were gone for about 4 weeks in the summer. And we went straight across, and we just stayed at national parks and different campsites. And it was just nice. I mean, your tent camper and everything was like a little bit like home. Obviously, you set it up in each location. But one time I remember I was sleeping in that tent camper, and I rolled out the end, and like the ends of the tent part didn't attach. They were just elastic. So I just rolled right out the whole camper and fell down onto the ground, and my parents woke up and were like, "Where's Patrick?" I don't know where he is. And then they ran outside the camper, and there I was on the ground, still asleep. Obviously, the 3-foot fall did not do much to me. I must have been really tired, and I was perfectly fine. I didn't have any bug bites or anything happen, but boy, it scared them. But those trips and those adventures, it's what makes me like the outdoors, and I do like to camp and actually do some tent camping. The annual fishing trip that I go on every year with all my best buddies. Some of them are even on the show, Trailer Park Boys. John Tremblay and Rob Wells go on that trip. But we tent, and we have that little campfire. Well, our fire's a little bit bigger than a campfire. But it's all got nice stones all around the fire pit, and we make sure we have fire extinguishers and things like that. Just we're safe, right? You want to make sure that you're safe, especially when you're lighting a fire out in the woods. But when we go, it's springtime, spring of the year, so everything's quite wet and whatnot anyway, that time of year here on the east coast of Canada. But if it wasn't for my parents, taking me on these little camping trips, going down to visit my aunt and uncle, and then, of course, going right across Canada and then across America, introducing me to it means that I can still have fun. And I know now my son, he likes to go out and likes the outdoors. And for Christmas, I just got him a bunch of camping equipment. And my daughter, well, she loves the outdoors. She likes to go snowboarding and hiking and all that stuff. I'm not sure if she's too into the whole tenting and whatnot, but I know she likes a nice campfire and likes to be out with friends. They get their little Bluetooth speaker going, and then they'll even play games, at the family cottage as well. They play that game, and they set up a table, and you throw the ping pong balls into the solo cups. I don't know what they call the game. I forget, but I think if you don't get it in the cup, you have to take a drink. It's what?
Beer pong.
Beer pong. Oh, there you go. That's a good name for it, even if you don't drink the beer. But I'm very grateful to my parents for that, because you know what? If you don't get out in the outdoors, and you should try it, because it's unbelievable. I was even saying to Kelly when we got on the boat, as soon as I started driving on the boat here today, I could just feel whatever little stress I do have going on, it just kind of melts away, and just to feel that fresh air on your face, the sunshine, and some wind, and you see some nature, see some birds, and well, I haven't seen any fish. I think Kelly's been catching all my fish, but anyway, I'm grateful to my folks for doing that for me, and I hope that you can try to do something like that too. It's easy. Anyone can do it, and enjoy the great outdoors. That's for sure. And that's just another little tiny segment of Fish Tales with your host here, Pat Roach. I hope you enjoyed the little story, and I hope you have a great day. Woohoo!